Welcome here, Punch Out Boxing. I am delighted to be here with the very glamorous looking Ebony Cotton. How are
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Fab? Yeah, all the better for speaking to you. So, Ebony, I've been keeping my eye on the small hall scene, so I was aware that you are a welcome addition to the women's game. You turned professional this summer. No sooner have you started, you have got a massive opportunity fighting on the Matchroom card in Birmingham, 29th of November against Molly McCann. But before we come to that, can you introduce yourself to the fans? I know a little bit about your story. You've got a background in dancing. I believe you're a model of some sort. If you can tell us a bit about your story and how you got into boxing.
Yeah, of course. So, yes, you're right. I grew up a dancer. So, I was an Irish dancer from the age of 4. Traveled the world dancing, danced up until I was 17. Left for a little bit, then came back, competed again at my last World Championships. And then, yeah, decided to leave the game. And was always involved in sports, just, but couldn't really find that like love or hadn't really found that ignition in my soul the same way that dancing had. And I lived in Australia for a period of 8 years, and during that time, was involved in some pretty rough relationships, and then went through a period of depression and suicide actually, and that's how I found boxing. One of my old CrossFit coaches had suggested that I go work out with one of his friends when I moved back to Sydney, and it was Luke Jackson, the Olympic boxer, and yeah, finally felt something again, and just knew that that was the route that I was going to go down.
Wow, that's that's quite the journey. We can just circle back to the dancing as someone who still likes to boogie a bit himself. Not very well though, mind. Yeah, we've seen
Bye.
couple of fighters. Guys like Alexander Usyk and Lomachenko. We know they're big dancers. The Cuban boxers as well really helps with that sort of foot coordination. Um, yeah, has your dancing background helped in that sense?
I would definitely say so, but for me, I am super grateful more so for the mental toughness that it instilled in me. I remember growing up, and you go through those periods of school where all your friends start going out, and you know, I never did. I danced 6 days a week. I never missed a session. I remember being poorly, and I think I was sick in my dad's car on the way one time, and still went into dance. And that resilience, that discipline, that drive, that you get up and you do it regardless of how you feel. That's what I can definitely say has been transferable, um, more to boxing for me.
Oh, that's interesting because a lot of us would have this misconception that dancing is just all fun and games every day is a party. But I guess, as you said, if you're doing it competitively, it's like any competitive sport.
I guess for me, though, if you love something, it should be fun and games. You should love doing it every day. And I love dancing, and I love boxing even more.
Hmm. Yeah, so yeah, you said you went through a bad period. Sorry to hear that. Hope you're all well now.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
who I am today.
you took up the boxing, got addicted like most of us do. So yeah, did you have any amateur fights?
Yeah, so I had a couple of amateur fights over in Australia, some over in the UK, and a few white collars.
Okay, fab. So yeah, you haven't just jumped straight in. And whereabout in Australia was you based at the time?
So I lived in Sydney. I did a period of 4 years in Tasmania, which is where I have two stepchildren, and then moved back to Sydney.
Okay. Did you encounter any of the numerous Aussie ladies who are on the boxing scene at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. I still talk to a few of them, still friends with them. I was actually there in July this year for my friend's wedding. And so I went over and I was training over there still. So yeah, it's really nice to have that connection and just have that. Like, I think for me, boxing is like a universal language. Like it's a respect to every gym is. you walk into that gym and there's no ego. And so when you meet friends in that world, they kind of remain friends, which is really nice.
Yeah, I can attest to that since I've got involved in this industry. That's fab to hear. So yeah, you're back here. Are you a Brummy girl natively?
Yeah, I grew up in Raleigh Regis, so I'm a yam yam.
Uh-huh. Fab. All right. Great time from West Midlands boxing. Great time for you to be involved. So you're based here now. Yeah, I believe, are you with the some of the BCB crew?
Yeah, I am. So Brian Davis is my coach,
Hmm.
and the BCB.
All right, fab. Yeah. So I noticed, yeah, you do have a fight scheduled for next week. Are you still going ahead with that as a tune-up?
No, so no, so the next time I'll be out will be at the NEC.
Okay, fab. So as we mentioned, you got the call to face Molly McCann, Matchroom's latest signing. Yeah, tell us how it came about. And yeah, you're obviously very confident to take it. You're both just one fight into your pro career.
So I got back from Australia, straight back into training, was getting ready for my October fight, and Errol Johnson called me into the office and yeah, basically told me that it had been spoken about at the fight on the weekend. And I said to him, let's go, we're all in. And that was it.
No concerns then about her. Obviously, she's got a bit of a reputation from her MMA time. And obviously, yeah, I guess your coach and your management, that they have to put you in, so they're confident in your ability.
Absolutely no doubts. If I had any doubts in my ability, I'm in the wrong sport. For me, I 100% respect the fact that she has this incredible background in MMA, but this is boxing. This is my sport.
I love to hear it. So, tell me, have you managed to get any sparring in with any of the top girls yet?
When you say top girls, who are we referring to?
Um, I would say any of the well-known ladies around your weight class, not necessarily world champions, but the well-known ladies.
I'm very fortunate enough that I do, obviously I am managed by BCB, which is a great help. So I do have the opportunity to spar with people like Sean O'Toole regularly, I spar
Mhm.
Kelsey Oakley, who else have I sparred? I think I spar Mia quite often. Yeah, I mean, look, if anyone is after sparring, I'm always keen. So let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. You can only get better from the sparring. So
You only learn.
your first fight were you weighed in at 123 pounds. It's a bit of a way before you can start talking about titles, I guess. But when you do go for championship level, what do you think your best weight class will be? Will it be super bantam or can you get down to bantam?
Yeah, I can definitely get down to bantam. My last fight, I think I'd had about 4 meals before I weighed in, so I wasn't by any means hungry.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you haven't done an extreme weight cut yet, so that might be one to look at. I mean, do you keep an eye on the boxing scene? I mean, both those divisions, red hot. Met a girl
Yeah,
just yesterday, Matchroom's other new golden girl, Tia May. She's only
incredible.
19. She's a great talent, tipped already to be the greatest female fighter ever. You could be mixing it in with some of those sort of girls before long.
I mean, for me, I am overflowed with gratitude for where I intend to go. And I just believe that, if it's the same in life, right? If you always believe that you're the smartest person in the room, well, you're probably not. And there's only one way to get better. There's only one way to continue pushing yourself, and that's to surround yourself with those people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how many sort of learning fights, sort of 4 rounders, 6 rounders, do you think you need before you could step up? Obviously, a problem for you ladies is there's not as many of you, so you sort of all have to fight each other
Yeah.
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, what was the question?
Like how many sort of learning fights do you think you need before you might be ready for going for a title?
When an opportunity is presented to me in life, I believe the universe will give you exactly what you're meant for at the time that you're ready to receive it. So when that chance comes, I'll take it.
All right, fabulous. No need to put timescales on these things. Why not? And are you able to do this full time, or did you still have a day job? Did you juggle it?
Um, I am, and I am so grateful for that opportunity. I am really lucky. Um, I'll be honest with you, actually, I was about to join the fire service when this fight came about. I was a trainee firefighter, and I was supposed to start in September, and yeah, when I got this call, I was like, nope. So I was very fortunate enough that they allowed me to push that back, and so I'm yeah training full time.
All right, fabulous. I'm sure it will pay off. And as I said, the division you're in, there's a lot of great fights that can be made. How do you assess the women's scene around your weight class? Do you follow the world scene? I mean, of course, the undisputed champ is Sugar Neeks. One division up is the lady that beat her, our own Ellie Scotney. Many people think she might be the best pure boxer in the country. Yeah, how do you assess it? And yeah, do
100% I
you
agree
follow
with
her?
that.
Yeah.
Ellie Scott is incredible. She's one of my favorite fighters. Yeah, truly, she's fascinating. Similarly to Sugar, though, right? Like she has overcome her own adversities and is an incredible fighter. As with any backstory, as with anyone at those kind of levels, there's always something that pushes them on inside of them.
Hmm. And I don't know how long you've been following boxing. Can you tell us who some of your heroes are, whether men or women, the fighters that you maybe try and
Women,
emulate?
I'm definitely going to go Katie Taylor.
Uh-huh. Katie Taylor, yeah. Well,
Women, I would definitely say Katie Taylor. Yeah, she is special. To me personally, my opinion is she is the greatest female fighter of all time.
mhm,
Truly. Um, Male boxing, I mean, look, it depends on the weight class, right? Like,
mhm.
there's so many incredible fighters. I recently went to one of the Usyk fights, his last fight, and was just like, wow, are you the greatest of all time? But then you can say that about so many other people. So, yeah, I mean, do love a few different male fighters, but female Katie Taylor.
All right. Can't go wrong with Katie. Who doesn't love Katie in this game? Um, yeah, okay. And can you tell us a bit about what you do outside of boxing, if any? Do you still enjoy the dancing? You got other hobbies, or are you just 100% all in with the boxing right now?
Yeah, look, I mean, I've been 100% in with the boxing since the day that I found it. Oh, my apologies. For me, my purpose is bigger. So, um, yeah, like outside of that, I coach at Ryan's gym in Albury. So I'm always doing something that involves boxing at the moment. I am a massive naturist, so I love to go out into nature. That's my switch off time away from reality and just really find some gratitude for the simple things in life because
Mhm.
you can get so consumed by everything going on around you that sometimes we forget to give thanks for the fact that we're actually just alive.
Wow, that's profound. And absolutely correct. All right. Well, Ebony,
Yeah, for sure.
anything you want to add? Anyone you want to thank or message to the fans to tune in? Anything like that?
I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has believed in me from the beginning. Everyone that continues to believe in me and everyone that continues to believe in me for this fight. I want to say thank you for the opportunity. And I want to make sure you know that this opportunity won't get passed by without a good shoulder display.